So my buddy Twan, he's been playing some practical jokes on everybody. So at lunch, I put this alligator, baby caiman, in my tackle bag, and I'm gonna sit it on the lunch table, tell Yappy to get my tackle box out. Maybe this gator will jump out and see if he can have a little fun at lunch dinner.
That shit didn't work. It does, brother.
I got the
Dude, that scared me. Oh my, I think I'm How do you catch it?
Welcome to the Amazon River, home of the giant peacock bass. Our goal this week, at least one over 20 pounds.
What did chop chop? Drop them. This noise attracts these big peacocks out of this brush.
We got a lot of weather moving in. They had some really bad storms last night. Tried to find some fish that hadn't seen any fishermen before. Woo! We've been needing that fish. So we're kicking off day 2, and last year, I don't know if you guys remember, but we took a picture of this giant tree. It's like 350, 400 years old according to our guides, and we just hiked back in here. And this is, we can see the trees we chopped down last year. But anyway, I got my son with me. I want him to get to see this and experience this. These trees are just, it doesn't do it justice on camera, but it's phenomenal. He's a big fish hunter. That's all we're going for today. Maybe not very many numbers, but we're going for size. There's a big fish in this brush. We've seen him come up, and they make bubbles when they come up. Gee, you can tell by how intense he is. He knows he's in there, and he wants everybody to just be quiet and stop until we can get the perfect cast for this fish. Because if he comes out, he's thinking he's muy grande. No, quito. Aquino.
No net?
No net. Mean. Mean. Super mad fish. We're trying to find these big fish, and there's one started hitting out in the middle, so we took a toss at him. Okay. Yeah. Here, give me that real quick, G. So we got out here and we're trying to catch these fish in this brush. G's out here, he sees the bubbles, and we're fighting them. We found one in the center, threw out there hoping it was a big one, but it's just a baby. These fish are so aggressive, like that. They get pissed really easy. But we built this, let me see this bait, G. Last night we was missing a few fish, and Mason, he's been throwing one with 2 props on the back, so we put 2 props, put some tape on there so that it would hold that hook out and stay out of the prop, and we'd get more bites. So far it's been working outstanding. We've caught a lot of fish on that double prop because it's just more chop, more action, and it's getting them going. Right now it's still early, but these fish will hit top water all day. If they don't, we throw these big jigs in behind it and big heavy jerk baits and follow up those choppers and the top if they miss that top water bite, and they'll strike underwater. So hopefully we'll get on this big one. So we came in here, G's telling us, he's like, there's baby caimans in here. And he starts going, ooh, ooh, ooh. And here this guy was, he was laying on the bank, had his mouth open like this, and G takes a spook. We caught him. So my buddy Twan, he's been playing some practical jokes on everybody. So at lunch, I put this alligator, baby caiman, in my tackle bag, and I'm gonna sit it on the lunch table, tell Yappy to get my tackle box out. Maybe this gator will jump out and see if he can have a little fun at lunch.
That shit didn't work. It does, brother.
Alright, I got the last.
Dude, that scared me. Oh my, I think I'm
How do you catch it?
So G's always got some new tricks whenever we're fishing with him. We came up in this lagoon, caught this little caiman as you guys saw, but now we're trolling for some piranha. Paraku, is that right, G?
Pikachu.
Pikachu? Yeah. So we saw 3 arapama just a minute ago. There was only about like that, but really cool, man. There's so much awesome stuff out here. We got in and saw a bunch of, looked like we was at a pet store in America. There were so many just colorful little fish up in this little creek, and G's he's feeling optimistic for some kind of trolling bite. So I've never done this in the Amazon, but we're trolling some big jerk baits and some big jigs. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if you guys can see how narrow this is behind us, but we are going up where we caught all those big fish last year. This is a really nice lagoon, but it's hidden back in here. G's already been up and chopped a few branches. We had to do that last year. Watch your head. But this is just a really small little creek to get back in here to this lagoon. Fortunately, the water's up high enough we can bring the boat in without having to walk like last year. I don't know if you saw those videos. We hiked across this and then we cut out a spot to fish, but it's going to be epic, I hope. Well, today has proven to be very challenging. This water is so high. We've went through all the little cuts. We've chopped our ways back into these lagoons. We've did everything we knew to do to try to get a good bite. We decided what we're going to do. Flares and Yappy and Brandon and everybody, we decided tonight we're going to try to get some catfish. So we've got some piranhas, and I don't know what these are, but what is it? Sagia? Baby piranha.
Look at this.
Cheese. So we're going to try to catch us some catfish. Oh, thank you. Oh, this is a sardina? Sardina. Basically a sardine, what we put on our pizza. So we're going to try to rip a catfish here and see what happens, and close out day 2 on the Amazon. All right, well, we've been running all night long. We ran about 160 miles up to Wakapoo, so we're actually pulling up here to a village, and we came as far north as we can, and there's a bunch of waterfalls and rapids and rocks, and we can't go any further north than this, so we're going to try to fish this water. It's a lot more shallow here, and the fishing, we hope, is going to be a lot better. The native people here, this guy's a representative, and our guide's talking to him. We had to trade him 50 gallons of diesel to be able to fish up here. So we're dropping this diesel off now, and we're going to talk with them a little bit. We may go up here in the village and look around and take you guys with us. So anyway, today's going to be an adventure. We're going to try our hand out here fishing, and then we're going to go have a good shore lunch and hopefully have some fish to eat. If not, we're going to be hungry, because we got in these little boats and we ran a little over an hour north, so we're up in it right now. So anyway, here we go. got to come up here and meet all the kids. They're up here, actually we interrupted school, but they're learning the English alphabet, and then addition and subtraction, and then also their native language. So it's pretty neat. They told us that one of them has killed a jaguar, so hopefully we're going to go get to check that out. Well, we just got out of the boat, and you want to talk about hot. It is so freaking hot. Look at this. Some of our baits from being in the tackle box is swelling and cracking open. We had two that was, this is a wood lure, and we had two acrylic ones bust all the way open. We're going to hike all the way up here, and we're going to try to get out in this water and get up in some tighter stuff. It's got these big rock banks so the fish won't be back in the woods. Fish some of these currents and see if we can trigger a bite. Still just battling again today. We've tried everything we know to do, and the guides and the other boats, nobody's, we just can't find any fish. So we're gonna keep on working, sweating. So I guess we picked the wrong side of the waterfalls to fish. We fished, I don't know, maybe 6 miles up the river. The boys came over here, flared them, and looks like they caught some piranha, having a little catch and cook going on. We had a boiled egg. Sure wished we'd have had piranha instead, but anyway, we're gonna see what we can find.
Look at that, folks. We got a piranha with the net.
Yeah.
Crazy! You're crazy.
Oh my God, they're everywhere, dude.